You know, this room holds so many memories for me. Like my first day of school. I was sitting right here. You were behind that podium. Of course, your mouth wasn't taped shut then. And you were incredible, Russ. So intelligent, so sincere. You made the sheer drama of the law just spring to life. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to present my case for the prosecution, because that's definitely what I am. And I intend to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the defendant is nothing more than a lying, weak-willed, pathetic excuse for a man who is guilty of the most craven acts of deceit. Moreover, that he deserves no mercy. In fact, he shouldn't even be allowed to live. How is that for an opening argument? But let's get to the meat of the case. The accused and the student that he victimized met 9 months ago in this very room. The student was a young, naive, trusting young woman in love with the very ideas of mastering the law. And this predatory professor used that to his advantage, turning her loftiest dreams and goals into mere foreplay for his sexual conquest. Oh, not that he wasn't a brilliant teacher, ladies and gentlemen. He was, in fact, so inspiring that the student jumped at the chance to become his assistant and learn even more at the hands of this master. At one point, it seemed that her life couldn't get any better. And she, in turn, enriched his. She brought a new passion into his life. She made him a better man because she loved him. But you know what? I think that we need to stick with the facts of this case because there's no reason to get emotional. At one point, I was prepared to leave town and you followed me to the airport and begged me to stay, correct? And then you made love to me in this very room. You know, nothing like that had ever happened to me before. I can still feel your hands on my body, your lips, your breath. But you made me feel so ashamed of what had happened. You used me, Ross. And then when you were done with me, you tried to just throw me away. And you will never have any idea how much pain you caused me. But that is why there is justice and punishment. You should be proud of me, Ross. I've graduated from mousy little law student to awestruck clerk and now to judge. And executioner. But don't you worry, Ross. I know the law. You're gonna have your chance to have your say. But it better be good, because if it's not, I'll sentence you to death right now. Go ahead, sweetheart. Give it a shot.
My case is as simple as my love for you, but if that's not good enough, then so be it. I'm guilty. Do whatever you want with me, because my life is not worth living If I can't have you, but for heaven's sakes, leave Blake out of this. She's so irrelevant. She has nothing to do with us, does she?
Okay. Let me see if I get this straight. If I leave your companion alone, you will abide by whatever sentence this court mets out.
I will abide to anything. I am pleading on behalf of my children. They need at least one parent.
Good argument, Ross. But really not your best, I have to say. I think that we're ready for our verdict. And I do hereby find you guilty, Russ Marler, of abusing a young woman's love and destroying her trust. And I sentence you to death. But not just yet. Because I have a very special death in mind. Get up. After you, counselor.
Excuse me. We're looking for Professor Marler. Do you know him?
Oh, yes, I take his class. He was here less than an hour ago.
Well, do you know where we might find him now?
No, sorry.
Well, Tory was obviously here. Oh, yeah, it's Tory's work, all right. A little bit dangerous, a little bit psychotic.
Look at this.
What is it?
Page of somebody's address book.
Let me see, let me see. That's Ross's writing. Bower Cabin? Well, that's where she took him. I mean, she had to have taken him there.
Oh, just take it easy. Slow your roll.
Why? Why? Why would one page from his address book be out here with Bower Cabin in the entry? It's a signal. I'm telling you, and it makes sense because this is where she took him the other night. This is where they met, and it's secluded, it's quiet.
Oh, we just have to take it easy, all right? We have to be careful. It could be a trap of some sort. We'll handle it. And we're gonna drop you at the station.
I'm coming with you.
No.
No.
Yes. You don't get a vote, Blake. This is a police matter now, okay? Let's go. Come on.
After you.
Hello, honey, we're home. I knew it. No Blake, no police van outside. I am so on top of things.
Tory, please stop this.
I bet that Blake and her little police patrol found that page I ripped out of your address book, and they're racing up to the Bower Cabin even as we speak.
I hope so.
Really?
Yes, so we can be alone. That's how it was meant to be.
That's how it was meant to be. That's how it was meant to be. You and me, tucked away in our cozy little love nest. Home sweet home. Too bad this is the last you're ever gonna see of it.
The condemned man usually, by custom, has the final say.
All right, fine. Have it.
I admit it. I did abuse your trust. Because I was selfish, short-sighted. But that doesn't mean I didn't love you. I did then. I do now. What I first saw in you, I still see. Your beauty and intelligence, a sense of purpose. You came into my life with such youthful exuberance and this marvelous talent.
And nothing has ever been the same since.
You may not believe it, but I cherish you, Tory. I always will, and that will never change. But if you're determined to go on with this sentence, at least I can take comfort in knowing your face will be the last one I see in this life. I love you with all my heart.
Ross. That was beautiful. And such a lie. You always were such a good liar. You know, I think that's what made you a terrific lawyer. It's really too bad you're gonna have to die.
Miss Granger, like no man ever has, I love you.
Man. They're all the same. They all betray you in the end. Yes, first Stuart. Now you. You'd think I'd get used to it. You really think I would, but I just can't. I did love you, Ross. And I trusted you with my soul. And you hurt me. And now you have to pay. Your time is up.
Sorry, Ross, but your so-called feelings for me were making me nauseous.
And I wouldn't want to throw up all over your beautiful sofa. You know, I used to love this room. There were so many times that I imagined us here together. This being our home, sweet home. Then, of course, you went and broke my heart. And for that, I just can't forgive you. Oh, what's the matter, Ross? You look so tense. Oh, honey, your muscles. You need to relax. Don't you worry, Ross. I'm gonna make sure that you relax. Permanently. Now get up.
Whoa, Mrs. Marley, you're not supposed to be here.
Officer Kevin, look, I don't care. I'm going in.
Look, my orders were to take you...
Keep me at the station. I realize that, but you know what? I think that idea stinks. And don't worry, I will clear this with Detectives Cooper and Ituro.
When? Look, they're at the cabin right now, and if they find Tory Granger...
Then everything will be fine, right? But what if Tory's not at the cabin? For all we know, that lunatic could have Ross tied up in this very house. Get out of my way.
Whoa, if Tory Granger is inside with your husband, then you're in as much danger as he is.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah? Well, I'm not. I've got a career to think about
A
here.
career? You want to think about your career, get ahead? Oh, honey, come on. You've got to take risks. You bust Tory Granger tonight, you will make detective 3rd grade tomorrow.
I hadn't thought about that.
Well, you better start thinking, pal.
This bubble bath's a little over-scented for my taste, but that's Blake for you. Oh, Ross, don't fight it. Do you remember that shower we shared in San Cristobal? It was wonderful. Well, it would have been wonderful if you wouldn't have been so concerned about Blake showing up. But we don't have to worry about any interruptions now. Do you want candles? Music? I know. I've got something much better. This will be much better.